Hello students, the point of this video is to give you a quick rundown of the formulas in Excel if you're not too familiar with them and you missed the lesson with your teacher. Anyway, so here's our task. We need to enter this data into a spreadsheet. So data can be pretty easily copied across from Word to Excel. We just copy and then we just paste. So here's one I prepared earlier. First thing the question asks us to do is figure out how many ice creams in total did the tuck shop sell. So in Excel, I've placed a total here, and this is where I want the total number of ice creams to go. So to calculate the total in Excel, on our Home tab, we're looking for this here. It might look slightly different depending on your version of Excel, but this is the button we're looking for, this funky looking E. It's called Sigma. So what we want to do is find out sum. Sum means add up. Hopefully we know that by grade 10. Anyway, click Sum, and Excel will ask what you want it to add up. It'll take a guess, but in this instance it hasn't got it right. So what we do from here is we click and drag what we want it to add up, let go, hit enter. So in total we sold 2,120 ice creams. Then it asks what's the average number of ice creams sold per day. Excel can also help us find average. So I'm going to label that average. No, I had it right the first time. Anyway, so the average number of ice creams sold. So to do that, again, I go to Auto Sum up here. Click the drop down, average. It'll ask what you want to find the average of. Highlight your data, let go, hit enter. So on average, we're selling about 75 ice creams a day. What's the next thing the question asks? It asks for median. Go back to Excel, label it median. Now when I click the drop down, I don't see median here. So I need to click More Functions, search up here, median, click go. Which one do we want? This first one here, median. So highlight the one you want, median, click OK. This thing comes up. Now don't be scared, this is just asking where do you want to get the data from. Same as before, all we have to do is highlight and hit enter. And there we go. Median number of ice creams is 75. The next thing it asks me to do is create a box plot. Now to do box plot, I'm going to need my 5-number summary. So I have my median, but what I don't have is the minimum, Q1, Q3, or maximum. Now minimum is pretty easy. In our drop down here, there's minimum. Minimum, highlight, enter. For maximum, highlight where you want the data to go, drop down, maximum, highlight, enter. But Q1 and Q3 are a little bit tricky. So we click the drop down, more functions. What we're looking for this time, we are looking for a quartile. So it asks which one we want. We want this first one, quartile. Click OK. Again, select your data, but don't hit OK straight away. What quartile we want? We want, as it says here, if I type 0, that'll give me the minimum. If I type 1, it'll give me the first quartile. So I type 1, enter. There's my first quartile. Same up here. Click the drop down, more functions, search for quartile, pick it here, click OK, highlight your data, tell it you want the third quartile, and hit OK. Alright, so there is our 5-number summary. Minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. How do we do that in a box plot? Well, you're going to need a box plot generator. So here's a website you might have heard of. So if you just search box plot generator and hit enter, ignore any of the ads, and I use this one here, the IMATS one, box plot grapher. So what will the title be? Let's call it ice cream sales. The minimum was 10, Q1 40, median 75, Q3 110, maximum 160. This website does need to know the smallest and largest ones, so make your minimum maybe 0, maximum, let's make it up to 200, 10 between tick marks. Fiddle around with these settings as you see fit. I usually leave these as the defaults. Click draw here, and there's our box plot. So if we want to copy it to the clipboard, if we want to copy that across, you can copy the image depending on your browser and paste it in like so. So we get this pretty snazzy looking box plot here. Now obviously I can't just submit a spreadsheet because this doesn't make sense to anyone who hasn't seen the task. So take note that in the sample solution, there's worded questions as well as manual calculations of mean and median. Okay? Just doing in Excel is not good enough. You also need to do your fully typed solutions here. The point of this little video was just to show you how to find these formulas. Anyway, I hope this has been some help.